What up, guys? Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, November 19th, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone had a fantastic weekend. 8th grade, First Reform, If Beale Street Could Talk, Leave No Trace, and You Were Never Really Here were nominated for the Best Feature Independent Spirit Award Friday. The nominees in other top categories include, for Best First Feature, Hereditary, Saw That Bother You, The Tale, We the Animals, and Wildlife. For Best Director, the nominees include Paul Schrader for First Reform, Barry Jenkins for If Beale Street Could Talk, Deborah Gradnick for Leave No Trace, Tamara Jenkins for Private Life, and Lynn Ramsey for You Were Never Really Here. For Best Screenplay, the nominees include Nicole Hoffensteiner and Jeff Whitty for You Can Ever Forgive Me, Richard Glazer, Rebecca Lindquist, Wash Westmore for Colette, Paul Schrader for First Reform, Tamara Jenkins for Private Life, and Boots Riley for Sorry to Bother You. For Best Male Lead, the nominees include Daveed Diggs for Blind Spotting, Ethan Hawke for First Reform, John Cho for Searching, Christian Meleteros for Socrates, and Joaquin Phoenix for You Were Never Really Here. For Best Female Lead, the nominees include Elsie Fisher for 8th Grade, Toni Collette for Hereditary, Helena Howard for Madeline's Madeline, Regina Hall for Support the Girls, Glenn Close for The Wife, and Carey Mulligan for Wildlife. For Best Supporting Male, the nominees include Adam Driver for Black Klansman, Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me, Josh Hamilton for 8th Grade, John David Washington for Monsters and Men, and Raul Castillo for We the Animals. And for Best Supporting Female, the nominees include Ty Daly for A Bread Factory, Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk, Thomason Haircut McKenzie for Leave No Trace, Jay Smith Cameron for Nancy, and Kylie Carter for Private Life. Winners will be announced February 23rd at a ceremony in Santa Monica to be broadcast live on IFC. Lucasfilm's President Kathleen Kennedy and actor Cicely Tyson are to receive honorary Oscars at the 10th Annual Governors Awards. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Science hosted the event on Sunday at the Ray Dolby Ballroom at the Hollywood and Highland Center in Hollywood. Poetess Marvin Levy and composer Lala Schifrin also received honorary Oscars. Kennedy, who helms Disney's Star Wars and franchise, is the president of Lucasfilms, received the Irvin G. Thalberg Memorial Award alongside her husband, Frank Marshall. The duo previously collaborated on films such as E.T., Indiana Jones, and Schindler's List, and helped form Amblin Entertainment with Steven Spielberg. Kennedy is the first woman to receive the award, which was created in 1937. Spielberg introduced Kennedy and Marshall and discussed their time together working on films. The filmmaker says, "One day I walked into my office and saw the two of them making out on my couch. We were still three, but they were two. I couldn't be prouder to be their third wheel." Kennedy said on stage, "Stephen, Frank, and I formed Amblin Entertainment in 1981 with the goal that I think would make Mr. Thalberg proud, to tell hopeful stories about the triumph of the human spirit." Tyson, known for starring in films such as Sounder, Fried Green Tomatoes, and The Help, was introduced on stage by director Ava DuVernay. DuVernay says, "Mom, I know you didn't want me to do this acting, but I did, and here it is," Tyson said during her speech. "For the longest time, I wanted to hear something positive from her. When I dated Jane Pittman, she says, 'I'm so proud of you.' If I had not heard those words from her, none of this would make a difference to me." Superman 4: The Quest for Peace scene stealer Jon Cryer is to play Lex Luthor on Supergirl. Executive producers Robert Rovner and Jessica Quayler announced Cryer's casting opposite Melissa Benoist's titular heroine on the CW series Friday. They said in a joint statement, "We are enormous fans of Jon Cryer, and he was instantly our dream actor to play the iconic role of Lex Luthor. Jon is a super talent, and the fact that he played Lenny Luthor in Superman 4 brings an added layer of legacy to his casting." Cryer played villain Lex's nephew Lenny in 1987's Quest for Peace, the final film featuring Christopher Reeve as Superman. Gene Hackman played Lex. Cryer tweeted after his new job was reported, "I'm way too excited about this." The Emmy-winning actor is famous for his iconic teen romantic comedies Pretty in Pink and the long-running stint on the sitcom 2.5 Men. ABC has ordered its 7th season of its sci-fi series Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The show about members of a peacekeeping governmental agency in a world where superheroes exist stars Ming-Na Wen, Chloe Bennett, Ian DeCasterstecker, Elizabeth Henstridge, Henry Simmons, Natalia Cordova-Buckley, and Jeff Ward. Season 6 is to premiere this summer. When tweeted, "Exciting news, congrats to the whole #Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. family, lucky 7, yay, ready for more adventures with us, let's do it." IFC has said it's planning to air a 24-hour Pee-wee Herman's Playhouse adventure marathon for Thanksgiving. Pee-wee Herman's Twitter feed says, "Guess what? I have some exciting news. There's going to be an all-day Pee-wee's Playhouse marathon on Thanksgiving Day on IFC. Yes, all day." Featuring Paul Reubens as the titular host, the classic children's program initially ran from 1986 to 1990. It featured recurring characters such as Cowboy Curtis, played by Lawrence Fishburne, Reba the Mail Lady, played by S. Epitha Merkinson, Miss Yvonne, played by Lynn Marie Stewart, Captain Carl, played by Phil Hartman, the King of the Cartoons, played by William Marshall, Jambi the Genie, played by John Paragon, Ricardo, played by Vic Trevino, and Mrs. Rennie, played by Susan Kent. Among the Emmy-winning show's non-human characters were Cherry Petrie, Connie, Magic Screen, Clocky, Cool Cat, Dirty Dog, Chicky Baby, Penny, and Dinosaur Family. The marathon of reruns, which will include the beloved Christmas at Pee-wee's Playhouse, is to start on Thursday at 6 a.m. Steve Carell's former co-stars from The Office crashed his Saturday Night Live monologue this weekend and asked him to revive their classic sitcom. After Carell welcomed the crowd, a woman from the audience asked if he would consider rebooting the show, which ran from 2005 to 2013. He says, "No, actually, I don't think so. It was a great experience. I love all those people, but I just don't think it's the best idea. Maybe we should just leave it alone." SNL player Kenan Thompson and Office alum Ellie Kempler, Jenna Fisher, and Ed Helms then stood up and told Carrera that fans want to see the show return and the stars want the money they earn from the jobs. Helms says, "I just don't think you understand how much money we are talking about. You wouldn't have to do those sad movies anymore," referencing to the dramas Carrera had been making, such as Beautiful Boy and Foxcatcher. Fisher says, "Let's just do the damn thing." Carell's wife Nancy, son, and daughter, who were sitting in the crowd, urged Carell to go back to the show, insisting they no longer need him at home. Nancy cheerfully says, "We're good," before she and the kids left the theater. "See you later." Calling Kemper, Fisher, and Helms on stage, Carell declared, "I'm proud to announce officially that we have a great show tonight." The theme song to The Office then played as the show went to the commercial break. During Carell's guest hosting stint, the actor played Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, as well as a clueless dad whose kids have to tell him that his wife left him, and an astronaut answering children's questions from space as an experiment goes awry, freezing to death the animals on board. Pete Davidson and Chris Redd paid tribute to U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg in a rap video for Saturday Night Live this weekend. Davidson asked, "This country's crazy. You know there's only one lady holding the whole damn thing together, right?" Redd replies, "You think some broken ribs are going to keep her down? Hell no and hell no. This is for you, RBG." The 2-minute clip, which features Kate McKinnon as breakdancing Ginsburg, celebrates the Brooklyn-born justice's accomplishments and tireless defense of women's rights. Other lyrics include "Survive the Depression" and Twitter attacks by Trump, "Broken ribs can't stop her boy, she eats that shit for lunch." The video ends with Redd saying, "Now you know we love RBG." Redd told Davidson, "You tell them your favorite RBG decision, dog." Davidson admitted, "I don't know." Redd said, "Come on." Netflix has announced it's renewed its puberty-themed animated comedy Big Mouth for a 3rd season. Season 3 will include 10 new episodes with voices of our characters voiced by John Mulaney, Nick Kroll, Maya Rudolph, Jason Mantzoukas, Jordan Peele, Fred Armisen, Jenny Slate, and Jesse Klein. Kroll tweeted Saturday, "Just going to leave it here. #Big Mouth Season 3 is coming." Kroll, Andrew Goldberg, and screenwriter-directors Mark Levin and Jennifer Flackett are the creators and executive producer of the series. Oscar-winning composer John Williams is working on original music themes for the attractions in the new Star Wars Galaxy Edge sections of Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios. The announcement was made this weekend by Bob Chapek, the chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Consumer Products. Chapek also revealed details regarding two of the new Star Wars theme attractions. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run puts guests behind the controls of the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy in one of 3 unique flight crew roles, the official Star Wars website says. Meanwhile, Star Wars: The Rise of the Resistance allows visitors to experience an epic battle between the Resistance and the First Order. Galaxy's Edge is set to open at California's Disneyland next summer and Florida's Walt Disney World in the fall of 2019. Williams' iconic music can be heard in the Harry Potter, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Superman, and Jaws blockbuster film franchises, as well as the standalone classics E.T., The Extraterrestrial, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Schindler's List. Game of Thrones collaborators George R.R. Martin and Peter Dinklage are among the 2018 nominees for induction into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Dinklage plays Tyrion on the HBO series, which is based on Martin's fantasy novels. Also included in the nomination roster are authors Peter Benchley, late chef and television presenter Anthony Bourdain, actors Danny Aiello, Jason Alexander, and Ed Harris, comedians Chris Rock and Whoopi Goldberg, actress Anne Hathaway, musicians Patti Smith, Phoebe Snow, and the Smithereens, and Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and the late Antonin Scalia. Voting is now open to the public. Inductees will be announced next month, and a ceremony hosting the winners is to take place in May. The Hall of Fame website says everyone needs a hero, and accomplishments of the Garden State citizens span the pages of nearly every volume of American history. Until now, they have never existed side by side in one place. The people we celebrate have overcome every unmanageable obstacle and challenge. They survived war, overcome the bleakness of poverty, conquered fear and disability, and rebound from untold rejections and failures. The LA County Coroner's Office has completed its autopsy on model Kim Porter. However, the cause of her death has been deferred pending additional investigation. Porter, the mother of 3 of Sean Diddy Combs' children, was found dead Thursday at the age of 47. E-News said further testing must be conducted before the cause of her death is determined. Porter had been undergoing medical treatment for either the flu or pneumonia, TMZ reported, adding no illegal drugs were found in her home. Police have said they do not suspect foul play. In a related story, music mogul, Sean Diddy Combs shared a video on Instagram on Sunday of Kim Porter, his late ex-girlfriend, and the mother of 3 of his children. Combs wrote alongside the short film of him and Porter in happier times. For the last 3 days, I've been trying to wake out of this nightmare, but I haven't. I don't know what I'm going to do without you, baby. I miss you so much. Today, I'm going to pay tribute to you. I'm going to try and find the words to explain our unexplainable relationship. We were more than best friends. We were more than soulmates. We were some others' expletive. And I miss you so much. Super Black Love. A public memorial is being planned for Marvel Comics titan Stan Lee, POW Entertainment announced on Twitter. Friday's statement on Lee's Twitter feed says Stan was always adamant that he did not want a large public funeral, and as such his family has conducted a private closed ceremony in accordance with his final wishes. Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with him. We at Stan Lee's POW's Entertainment are working on putting together a tribute benefiting the great creator of our time and the father of modern pop culture. The company said it will share details regarding the event soon. Fans are invited to post messages and artwork pertaining to Lee on therealstanley.com. Lee died Monday at the age of 95. Model Hailey Baldwin has changed her last name to Bieber on Instagram. Her verified social media account now says Hailey Bieber. The move came after singer Justin Bieber shared a photo of him with Baldwin on his own page saying, "My wife is awesome." E! News said the couple got engaged in July and were spotted at a New York courthouse in September. Baldwin denied 2 months ago on Twitter that she and Bieber had gotten married, then deleted the message. Their recent post suggests they may have since tied the knot. Metro Boomin's Not All Heroes Wear Capes is number 1 on the U.S. album charts. Coming in number 2 and number 3 on the Billboard 200 charts dated Saturday are the soundtracks to the movies A Star is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody, followed by Takeoff's The Last Rocket, and number 4 in Drake's Scorpion, number 5. Rounding up the top tier are Lil Wayne's The Carter 5 at number 6, Lil Baby and Gunna's Drip Harder number 7, Travis Scott's Astro World at number 8, Queen's Greatest Hits 1, 2, and 3, The Platinum Collection at number 9, and Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentley at number 10. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald is the number one movie in North America this weekend, earning $62.2 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Dr. Seuss The Grinch with $38.2 million, followed by Bohemian Rhapsody number 3 with $15.7 million, Instant Family number 4 with $14.7 million, and Widows at number 5 with $12.3 million. Rounding up the top tier are The Nutcracker and the Four Realms at number 6 with $4.7 million, A Star is Born number 7 with $4.4 million, Overlord at number 8 with $3.9 million, The Girl in the Spider's Web, A New Dragon Tattoo Story at number 9 with $2.4 million, and Nobody's Fool at number 10 with $2.3 million. And now, let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2003, an arrest warrant is issued for Michael Jackson. Rumors had swirled around Michael Jackson since the first public allegations of a sexual misconduct with a minor child were aired amidst a 1993 civil lawsuit that was eventually settled out of court. A decade later, on November 19, 2003, an embattled Jackson prepared to face criminal charges of a similar nature when a warrant was issued for his arrest on charges of child molestation. Though he would be acquitted 2 years later of each criminal count on which he was eventually tried, the Earth's Whistle King of Pop suffered many blows and his already damaged reputation and finances while facing the charges filed on this date in 2003. In fact, the date in 2003 was the second bad November 19th in a row for Michael Jackson, who had been caught on camera dangling his infant son in a hotel balcony in Berlin, Germany, exactly 1 year earlier. And that incident was only the most recurrent occurrence to have helped transform Jackson's image from that of a beloved pop idol to that of a tabloid curiosity. It was in this environment that a British television crew, led by reporter Martin Bashir, secured Jackson's cooperation in the production of a documentary called Living with Michael Jackson, a film that ended up leaving Jackson feeling devastated and utterly betrayed, according to a statement he released after its initial airing. Living with Michael Jackson included interview footage in which Jackson discussed having had children sleep in his bed with him during their visits to his now infamous Neverland Ranch. It was this footage that led directly to Jackson's arrest on this date in 2003 after the mother of one of his alleged victims, a 13-year-old cancer patient, at the time of the alleged incidents, filed a criminal complaint in Santa Barbara County. More than a year later, the case of the People versus the State of California versus Michael Joseph Jackson went on trial, with Jackson facing 4 counts of each molesting a minor, intoxicating a minor, 1 count of abduction, and 1 count of conspiracy to hold his alleged victim and the victim's parents hostage at Neverland Ranch. On June 13, 2005, however, Jackson was acquitted on all 10 counts. Shortly after his trial, Jackson announced his intention to leave the United States and settle permanently in the Persian Gulf nation of Bahrain. He would return to the U.S. in late 2006, however, though not to Neverland Ranch, which Jackson lost sole ownership amid of the financial struggles that dogged him up until his death in Los Angeles on June 25, 2009. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, November 19th, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ring Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.